As the nation deals with a blood supply crisis, the impacts of this severe shortage are now being felt right here at home in the Tri-State, including at Deaconess Health. And that's where we find Eyewitness News' Cody Bailey, who has more on this blood shortage and what may be next for health officials. Cody?
Good evening, Shelley. Yeah, to put this blood supply shortage into perspective, health officials typically want to see up to a week's worth of blood on hand, a 5 to 7 day supply. Right now, that supply is only 1 day, and the fear is that we may be just one traumatic event away from going from bad to worse.
It's very concerning, and that's going to, doctors are going to have to make difficult decisions.
That is the mindset as the American Red Cross deals with what they are calling the worst national blood shortage in a decade, and those impacts have progressively worsened locally over the last several months.
We have a trauma center, we have a women's hospital, which is a perinatal center. There are a number of patients that certainly are at risk for significant bleeding issues, and having blood products on hand can really reduce the risk of significant complications and poor outcomes.
Literally, we're one blood drive to the next of being able to keep up with the demand, which it just emphasizes the importance that every blood drive that's out there right now needs to be full from the moment it starts to the moment it ends.
Should the supply worsen, it could pose a risk to performing common procedures such as open heart surgeries. While procedures are not currently being canceled, some protocols are being adjusted.
We have a restrictive transfusion protocol, and we've had that in place for many years actually, but we've had to even make it more strict than what we would normally. And we've already tried to wean down the number of units that we place in our massive transfusion box.
Officials tell us the coronavirus pandemic has created supply issues, not only seeing blood drives canceled or postponed, but worker shortages have left agencies scrambling for help in collecting and processing donations. As those problems are improving, now is the time to take action.
There are blood drives that are coming up, and in some areas there could be an opening. So look for the next available opening for you. Make that appointment, because it's going to be weeks and months that we're going to need to continue and ongoing.
It's just really an easy thing to do to help someone out, potentially save a life, and it's almost painless.
And now, how can you at home help out with this blood supply shortage? Well, you heard the plea there from the American Red Cross. Find and sign up for a blood drive in your area. To do so, we'll have a link posted with the American Red Cross of where you can find and sign up for those blood drives in our area. All you have to do is search for this story on our website, tristatehomepage.com.